Picture this. It's the early 2000s, and amidst a sea of increasingly homogeneous sports cars, a British marque with roots stretching back to aviation dared to unleash something truly unique. The Bristol Fighter, produced from 2004 to 2011, wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Born from a company known for its hand-built exclusivity, the Fighter was a defiant roar against mass production. Underneath its somewhat polarizing yet undeniably distinctive coupe silhouette penned by Andrea Zagato lay the heart of an American muscle car, a Chrysler-sourced 8-liter V10 engine. This wasn't just any V10, it was the Viper's engine, meticulously tuned by Bristol to deliver a breathtaking 525 horsepower in its initial form, later escalating to a monstrous 628 bhp in the Fighter T and an earth-shattering 1012 bhp in the TS variants. Performance figures were, unsurprisingly, staggering. The standard Fighter could sprint from 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds, with a top speed nearing 210 miles per hour, placing it firmly in supercar territory. Despite its raw power and impressive performance, the Fighter wasn't about flamboyant theatrics. It was about understated elegance and driver engagement. Bristol cars, in their typical fashion, prioritized craftsmanship and bespoke tailoring over outright volume. However, this exclusivity and hand-built nature also contributed to its limited market reception. In a world obsessed with brands like Porsche, Ferrari, and Aston Martin, the Bristol name, while respected, lacked the same mainstream recognition. It might not have sold in vast numbers, but its rarity and unique blend of British heritage and American muscle make it a truly unforgettable and, sadly, often overlooked sports car. The MG X-Power SV stands as one of the most audacious and arguably misunderstood British sports cars of the 21st century. It's the early 2000s, MG Rover, a company teetering on the brink, decides to throw caution to the wind and create a rival to Porsche and TVR. The result? The X-Power SV, a carbon fiber-clad beast with styling penned by none other than Peter Stevens, the man behind the legendary McLaren F1. This wasn't just a warmed-over MG, it was a radical departure, a statement of intent wrapped in an aggressively sculpted body that some loved and others not so much. Beneath that polarizing exterior throbbed a Ford Mustang-sourced V8, a 4.6-liter unit in the base SV producing a healthy 320 horsepower. But for the truly power-hungry, the SVR arrived, boasting a tuned 5-liter V8, rumored to unleash closer to 410 horsepower than the claimed 385. Driving reviews at the time praised its surprisingly comfortable ride and capable handling, a testament to its well-engineered chassis. Yet it faced an uphill battle. Its hefty price tag, reaching into Porsche territory, was a tough pill to swallow for many MG loyalists and new customers alike. Market reception was lukewarm, to put it mildly. Competitors like the TVR Sagaris, Porsche 911, and even the Chevrolet Corvette offered arguably more refined or established packages for similar money. It's a car born of ambition and perhaps a touch of desperation, a uniquely British take on the muscle car infused with Italian flair thanks to its origins from the Cavalli Mangusta project. The Ascari Akos is a hidden gem from the late 1990s British sports car scene. Produced in very limited numbers between 1998 and 1999, it marked the ambitious debut of Ascari cars, founded by Dutch racing driver and businessman Klaas Zwaard. Imagine this, a lightweight fiberglass and Kevlar body draped over a tubular steel space frame chassis, all meticulously crafted in Britain by Lee Noble. Underneath that sculpted hood resided a BMW V8 engine, not just any V8. Ascari enlisted the renowned German tuner Hart Day to work their magic on BMW's power plant. Initially, it featured a 4.4-liter tuned BMW V8, delivering around 300 horsepower. Later, models boasted a larger 4.7-liter version, pushing out approximately 400 horsepower. And for the final three cars, they went all out with a 5-liter V8 unleashing a potent 420 horsepower. This power, channeled through a 5-speed ZF manual gearbox, propelled it to supercar levels of performance. But the ECOS was more than just raw speed. It was engineered for exceptional handling and driver engagement. Its mid-engine, rear-wheel drive layout, combined with sophisticated double wishbone suspension, promised agility and responsiveness that would thrill any driving enthusiast. Despite its impressive specifications and pedigree, it remained incredibly exclusive. With only 17 examples ever produced, it never achieved mainstream recognition, becoming a forgotten sports car in the broader automotive landscape. For me, the ECOS embodies the spirit of a true driver's car, rare, focused, and built with passion. The Mantis, produced by Marcos Engineering, is an often overlooked gem from the late 90s. Underneath that striking and admittedly quite polarizing fiberglass body lay some serious performance credentials. It was equipped with a 4.6-liter V8 engine, sourced from Ford Mustang, and churned out around 325 horsepower. Some sources even suggest up to 352 HP, with a torque of approximately 330 pound-feet. In a car weighing just around 2,300 pounds, this translated to truly exhilarating performance, with 0 to 60 sprints estimated to be around 4 to 5 seconds. It was a proper grand tourer in sports car clothing, designed for both thrilling drives and comfortable cruising. It was built on a tubular steel chassis, a Marcos hallmark, offering a blend of rigidity and lightness that's crucial for agile handling. However, the Mantis wasn't universally adored upon its release. Some found its sharp lines, massive wheel arches, and somewhat angular front end with a prominent power bulge to be modern and aggressive, while others considered it less aesthetically pleasing compared to more traditionally beautiful British sports cars. This divisive styling likely played a role in its market reception, which was good initially but perhaps not sustained. Production numbers were quite limited. Approximately 51 road-legal cars were produced, with a mere 16 of those being the even more outrageous supercharged GT version that pushed power beyond 500 bhp. It might not be as widely celebrated as some of its contemporaries, but for those who appreciate individuality and a bit of an edge, the Mantis is a truly unforgettable and a rare machine. Launched in 1996, the Cerbera was TVR's bold step into the coupe market, and it did so with a healthy dose of TVR madness. But the real magic lay beneath that long, aggressively sculpted bonnet. TVR, in a move that stunned many, decided to build their own engines, and oh boy, did they deliver. You had the option of the snarling 4-liter Speed 6, a straight-six masterpiece, or the Speed 8 V8 in various displacements up to 4.5 liters, and even a Red Rose variant, pushing out a monstrous 440 horsepower. These weren't just engines. They were symphonies of power and fury, catapulting the lightweight Cerbera to supercar levels of performance. We're talking 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 4 seconds, figures that embarrassed Ferraris and Lamborghinis, costing multiples of its price. The Cerbera wasn't just about straight-line speed, it was a visceral driving experience. Sharp steering, potent brakes, and that raw, untamed power demanded respect and skill. It was a car that challenged you, rewarded you, and sometimes, if you weren't careful, threatened to bite back, much like its name. The press at the time rightly hailed it as a giant killer, and for a while it felt like TVR had truly cracked the code, offering genuine supercar performance at a fraction of the cost. Sure, it had its quirks, and like many TVRs, reliability could be a bit of a lottery, but that's part of the Cerberus charm. It was a wild, untamed, and utterly captivating machine, a true embodiment of the British sports car spirit, and a car that deserves to be remembered, celebrated, and driven hard.